In early 1997, an 18-year-old Iowa native, Roberto Trigopoulos, came to Wilmington, Ohio, with one goal: to take the local music scene by storm.
Do you like Bobby or
Bobby Trigger?
has it that Bobby Trigger was going to try to rent this? Bobby Trigger.
Oh, Bobby Trigger.
What do you think about Bobby Trigger? What do you think about Bobby Trigger?
Roberto Trigopoulos III was born on October 31st, 1976. His mother's unusually long pregnancy gave young Roberto a bevy of illnesses.
And for 14 months with him.
I heard something about that, man. That's her problem, man.
14 months? That's no time at all.
I think that's a big deal, man. Elephants are pregnant for like 20 months. That's, who doesn't love an elephant, man?
Yeah, that's what they say. I mean, it sounds crazy to me. It only took me 8 months.
You're up inside there for 14 months. I've seen my mom now, and I went out there the first 2. I promise. Bobby Trigger feels he's got problems, and there's a reason now.
And eventually he would wind up here, the Iowa School for the Deaf. He was an outcast because a small amount of his hearing was still intact, and that made some of the other kids jealous.
The kids at the deaf school, man, they didn't even like him, man, because he could still hear like 5%, just a little bit. He made him an outcast, man.
He's 100% deaf.
I don't know. He says I dropped him on his head, but his head was already like that, I swear.
So you know he was born deaf? 100% deaf.
Does he have a sense of smell?
Yeah, intense. Double smell.
Doctors told him that the hearing aid would completely restore his hearing. He flat out refused, man.
CD, I fell asleep in the studio. He stole right in front of me, and I didn't even hear him come in. So I didn't know Bobby was deaf. Man, it just don't make no sense.
I mean, I don't know if he got tubes in his ears or not, but they said he was born deaf.
He probably had swimmer's ear. That's what I think. It's probably swimmer's ear.
Swimmer's ear?
Yeah, I mean, you was swimming inside that womb. It gets inside that ear canal. You come out like a baby. You don't know what to do.
He could hear a little bit. Not that much, but nah, I don't think it really affected him.
He'd swap out the word blind for the way other people would use retarded or lame. So he'd say, man, this movie's so blind. Let's get out of here, man.
Bobby was expelled from school for the deaf during his junior year for picking a fight with the blind kid.
Yeah, I watched, man. The one he got expelled from school. I saw that fight. I was there.
Can a blind dude get a black eye?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's the skin just like...
He called them eyeballers. He didn't like that. Not one bit. Trying to get something out of my teeth.
He really hated blind people.
No, I just think he hated the fact that they tried to be something that he wasn't, you know?
Because they got more attention. And he could see that they could get more attention. See, when you're blind, you can only hear the attention. But when you're deaf, you can see the attention. I think that's what got to him.
After his expulsion, 18-year-old Roberto Trigopoulos changed his name to Bobby Trigger and bought a guitar and a bus ticket to the underground music capital of the Midwest, Wilmington, Ohio, where he became an instant celebrity and women soon took notice.
Bobby Boogie is what I affectionately call him, and he will forever be. He broke my heart, but I will always love him.
He's
Bobby.
Is that in the fort?
Bobby can't come here. He's not welcome here.
I mean, do you want to talk about why, or is
Bobby
it...
broke my heart. Bobby, if you're watching this, I love you. I love you so much.
He had a lot of girlfriends, man. He was a player. That Bobby loved.
A lot. He stole a lot of my brother's girls. He took a couple of mine, but...
Steal any of my girlfriends? Mm-hmm. All of them. Every bit.
Oh, man, the women just loved him. They were lined up at his door. I mean, they were just pounding on the door all day. I mean, he couldn't hear him because he was deaf, but he...
With no lessons or formal training, Bobby quickly rose to the top of Wilmington's music elite, and they accepted him with open arms.
Yeah, Bobby didn't have no talent, period. I mean, he came to the recording studio with 2 strings on his guitar. You know, it just didn't work. But he's got that flair, man. He made it work. I don't know, but it was good.
Him play live.
Yeah, unfortunately. He's very bad indeed. Wasn't no good. Well, we loved him though. We loved him. That boy.
When you saw him play live, man, it was nothing but booing. I mean, the show sucked, but you'd still go out and buy the album. Then you throw the album away. And then you hear him play live again, and you buy another album, and you throw that one away. And it was the equivalent of being bulimic.
You ever played with him before?
I've not. No, I haven't played in years.
Have you heard anything?
So the fact that I've heard of them means that they're pretty decent.
Talent-wise, he's got a lot that he needs to work on. You know, like I don't think he's ever actually practiced. The band says he just shows up and has shows.
Hits like cough on my butt, lick my tongue, and the mega hit, A Restraining Order Won't Stop Me From Loving You. After quickly rising to the top echelon of Wilmington's music, he soon gained a double-sided reputation. People either worshipped him or despised him.
Bobby was exceptional at everything that he did, because he made up for the losses that he had, and he just, boom, took shit by storm, man. I don't know how. It's that flair or something in him, man. But everybody liked it.
Is there anything you'd like to say to Bobby if he's watching this?
Die, Bobby, die! And I want back the guitar I loaned you when you were 5.
You don't like Bobby?
I hate Bobby. I hate his little stinking guts. He claims to be my son, but my sister was pregnant at the same time as me. She's got a kid who plays like 20 instruments. I got the flat-headed one.
And I just want to go on record right now and saying that the baby that I have right now,
You're pregnant?
it's his.
No way. Not another one.
I met him once. I was working with my mom in Wilmington and went to go deposit a check at the bank, and I was behind Bobby. Took about 30 minutes to get change, a nickel.
I hate that.
And that is, I mean, you know, they didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I missed lunch because of it. He's an asshole. I'll go on record and say he's an asshole. I'm coming for you, Bobby!
Get him, Menace, get him. Hold on, I gotta be right back.
One time I saw him at Burger King. He was trying to get me to buy the rest of his sandwich. You know.
This dude has sabotaged our websites, has somehow got into our studio and took the master copies of all of our beats. So we got to do everything over. Hours and hours of work and money just wasting, thrown down the drain over his Bobby Trigger. I hope he gets the brakes beat off of him over there. You gonna get it?
He's the baddest guitar player in the world.
Yeah.
He's just amazing.
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
You know? Do you have any stories about Bobby Trigger?
No, but if he gets a CD out, I would definitely buy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, definitely.
A lot of people don't like him though.
Really? Why not?
He's
an arrogant bitch.
Yeah, well, I don't want to put words in people's mouth.
He was, he was really inspirational when I first met him. I think he helped me see some things I hadn't thought of before, as getting my image out there and playing some shows and what to do on gigs. And then, we've kind of fallen out in the past. It's been a little rough.
Yeah, you can't trust that guy. Okay. I mean, he's a great player, but I mean, he's shady. He did, but he gave it back with less strings on it than I had on initially.
So, do you hate Bobby Trigger, or what's going on?
It's a love-hate. It's a love-hate with Bobby Trigger. He's a shifty character, but you gotta love him.
I guess he has some sort of like allure about him that like people don't normally catch.
We're gonna try to get you Bobby Trigger on this show.
Bobby Trigger's hard to get a hold of, like you'd have to be at like Walmart to find him.
After only 18 months in Wilmington, disgraced, Bobby Trigger left Wilmington, Ohio, never to be heard from again.
Where do you think he is now?
Oh, where is he now? I don't know. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. He's got 2 pairs of my shoes, my rock collection, and like 3 plates I left in his car. These is Corral plates. Corral.
Well, bottom line, ain't nothing can kill Bobby.
Bobby touched me like this right before he left.
And like that, whew, he was gone.
Yeah,